Hello and welcome to Goa 365 Story Behind the Story. This time too, in this episode, we are looking at Afghanistan, the Afghanistan situation, especially the past 20 years before that and what the future could possibly hold. And with us are Afghani students, Majeed Barkhordhar and Hamid Akbar, as well as advocate Sidharth Samamt. Welcome guys to our show.
Thank you.
Again.
Thank you, sir.
I would like to start off with Hamid. Hamid, last time when we were in the last episode, you were explaining certain things about what was going on in the past so many years, and the reason why probably the people did not put up such a resistance, or a majority of the people did not put up such a resistance to the Taliban. So, if you could start with that, Hamid.
Yes, sir. As I mentioned, the main point was US and the
Russia.
When after 9/11 attack, the US troops come to the Afghanistan, they made very big violence. They break the law. They didn't stop killing people. Whatever they wanted, they did. They capture young people. They took the girls with them. They destroy the people property, private properties. That's why all the people, all the young people, they got decision that anyhow we will take the bomb, we will blast ourselves because of our family. Whatever they did, we are also doing to them. Whatever Taliban wants just to leave the US troops from Afghanistan, which they got it. Now, when the US troops left Afghanistan, after one day, not even one day, they entered in the Kabul. They took the presidential palace without any violence, making bloodshed.
No violence at all.
Yeah,
Yes.
and they are making their laws according to Sharia Islam, which I mentioned to you, and most of the Afghan people want this because in this last 2 decades, our government, especially Muhammad Ashraf Ghani, was so corrupt. The border was open, and everybody, there was bomb blasts, there was terror, kidnappings, whatever is, we can say, violation, it was happened during his presidential. Now suddenly, after some negotiation, he left, and then also all the people, they have the right to raise their voice. No, everybody has consent to their homeland. That's why I hope whatever the spokesperson of Taliban's Haibatullah Zabiullah said about the future, that they are going to make the laws, and they are bringing some change in constitutions. They are allowing TV, they are allowing women to work, they allow girls to go to school, and they have good relation with the neighbors countries. As he mentioned that all the countries, all the embassy of the other countries which are located in the city of the Kabul, they are safe. We are here to protect them from any attack. Be sure, even the dam Salmo Dam, which India has made it,
Yes.
they promise that we are securing it from assaulting, and they promise. But one thing else, the Union nation and other countries, especially our neighbor, Afghanistan neighbor, should raise their voice and make some appeals about the Joe Biden decision, which suddenly he took it.
Like leaving
Afghanistan after 20 years without any negotiation, without any talking with the leaders of Afghanistan, and there was, as they come without any permission to Afghanistan attack, like this, they left Afghanistan So it is my country. No, I don't want other country to assert my homeland. My country is my mother. If somebody is harming my mother, how can I be quiet for that? If they have the arms which is very progressive arm, but we don't have. We have simply one gun in hand without any food. We can fight with them. And in some points, from some aspects, I am not agree with the Taliban also, because not all the Taliban is educated. They don't know, because those Taliban that they are leading the people, the minority people, I mean their troops, they know the situation. They are giving order to them, but at the
Low level.
At the low level, the other people, the armies are not making the law. They are breaking the law. Like there was one statue 2 days ago in Bamiyan province. They come and destroy it because they say that this is statue we don't want. And one thing else, I assure you that Taliban also said that the minority sects, be sure that no harm will be faced to them, because there was one Sikh minority, Hindu minority, that they fall down their flag and they put blame to the Taliban. Taliban, after short period of time, they announced that we didn't did this. They by themselves, they took down the flag. And any minority in Afghanistan can do their ritual things in their community. No fear for them. And I just want the world nation to just help Afghanistan in education, especially for women rights and girls' rights, and our neighbor countries, especially Pakistan. Without help of Pakistan, we cannot bring peace in our country, because half of the Taliban is living that side of the border and half of in Afghanistan, and they have relationship, and there is border which you can go without any checking. You can pass through the border, and in these 2 decades, whatever bombs and all happened, all training is come from the Afghanistan. From the Pakistan. And as you saw, the Muhammad Ashraf Ghani in last session in one conference which Imran Khan was also attending there, he directly tell to everyone that the Pakistan is intervening in Afghanistan, because the Pakistan ISI is the most intelligent and very powerful ISI in the world, and it has roots to the center of Afghanistan. If you can see, their members are working in the governments, in the parliament, and with the presidential in these 2 decades. And without the help of Pakistan, Afghanistan cannot achieve peace.
Okay. Thanks, Hamid. Now, Majeed, would you like to add anything to this?
Yeah, regarding the Hamid said this is the Taliban bring Shariatul Allah. So for this, I can say no one against this in Afghanistan. Afghanistan is 99% Muslim. No one is against Shariatul Allah, but there is some, I don't know, some misunderstanding or some issues. We have experience, my father told me, which during the Taliban government, Taliban forced the people to pray. Even somebody did the pray, again they forced to go to pray. So in Islam, when you say Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, Ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah, that's you Muslim. There is no one can force you to pray, and no one can judge you. This is what it is. they should accept this. In Islam is no forces in Islam. This is a bad idea to put in mind of everyone, even foreigners, even other countries. They think Islam is force. No, that's not. So about this, I clearly say all the people of Afghanistan is not agree with Shariat law, and they follow this. So the thing is, the Taliban should give a peace life to people of Afghanistan. If they want to rule in these people, if they want to take the government and have a good government on Afghanistan, so they should bring the peace. They should give equal rights to everyone, to women, to children, to youngs, to everyone.
Yes. Okay. Thanks, Majeed. Doctor, now this is what you're seeing, what is actually been happening from the country itself, because both Hamid as well as Majeed have been in Afghanistan for past, besides the past 4-5, they've been. So what, this is something that it's not really come out, no? What do you feel? Besides the politics, leaving the politics, the mess,
leaving the politics away. Let's see.
Basically, what I would like to say is, I think the US has really messed things up in Afghanistan, majorly.
Why only in Afghanistan? US has messed it up everywhere they go.
They
have messed it in Iran. They have messed it in Iraq. They have messed it in Vietnam. They have messed it in Cuba. They are presently messing it in Syria. Wherever US have gone, they have messed it. It's comparatively Russians who have been much better. Whoever have parted ways with Russia, at least they have a democratic government at place, or dictatorial, but they are doing well. They are surviving. You see all these Uzbeks and other government. At least there is a proper government. There are no anarchies there. Whoever has breaked away.
Yes.
So comparatively, between two, if I have to choose lesser evil, I would choose Russians over US. Even that's not our topic of discussion.
Please, yes.
Main point is, see. As he said, of course, Taliban is not a government of a popular choice. If everybody in Russia wanted, if everybody in Afghanistan wanted Taliban, they would have voted, they would have contested election. Fact that majority of Afghanistan do not want them is evident from the fact that they are snatching power by force, not by way of conquest. Not by way of elections. They have their power by way of a conquest. So therefore, now having said that, now that they are in power, what is in it for people? Whether minorities would be safe, whoever their minorities are, it could be Hindus, it could be Sikhs, it could be Christian, anybody, or foreigner. Whether women will have their basic dignity, rights to education, rights to privacy, whether children will be allowed to go to school, would they have their exercise right to education, and if right to education is what? Right,
No, you mean
education
children
of
means
whose
boys,
choice?
girls.
Boys and girls, everybody.
Correct.
Boys, would they be treated at par equally as far as education is concerned? And second and last most important thing is, what about the right to dissent? Whether it will be somebody wants to criticize the government, whether that right would be available. Would there be a free press, at least to some extent? Because see, they might make claims. Somebody might come on the TV and say, "Don't, we will be giving you this, giving you that." You can't forget that past 15 days back, a comedian was shot dead for criticizing the government. I mean, what possible threat a comedian can give a government? So therefore, you see, the taste of the pudding is in its eating. You can't say that it is nice, it is looking nice. It has to taste nice also. See, closing of a beauty parlor or bringing some kind of a ban on a beauty parlor at least gives an indication that things would not be right, at least in that perspective. That women at least would not be able to go to beauty parlors, they would not be able to means they will not be able to exercise their right or have their ways as far as that is concerned. So what is it in future? We really don't know. But I hope the way statements have coming from Taliban spokesperson, I hope they walk the talk and they give them, because unless these things are granted to people, that is right to education, rights to children, rights to women, there would be no civilized society. And even for Taliban to govern, there has to be some civility. Otherwise, whom are they going to
governance
govern?
has been, otherwise it's going to be a problem. Yes,
Basically,
yes.
there has to be some sort of order, and this order in the society can only come by way of education, by giving some liberties to women, by giving education to children, and basic civil right, and including the right to dissent. That is what, and that's where the international community. Otherwise, it's an internal matter of Afghanistan.
Correct.
What right larger piece of the world has to do with it? What method their country is to be governed? What kind of law they should, whether it should be Sharia, whether it should be uniform civil code, or whether it should be some other kind of or method of governance.
That's up to the Afghan people.
It is for the
The
Afghanis
Afghan
to
people,
decide.
of
It is
course.
only when the human rights are violated, it is only when these basic rights are violated, that's when the international community owes some duty towards that country or towards that violation.
So, let me interrupt you and go back to, before I go to Majeed, what I'm asking you, just one thing, it's not so much to do with Afghanistan, it's more like the bigger picture, more involved with India. Now, you think, now see, obviously the Taliban could not fight on its own, it's used Pakistan. Now Pakistan's big brother is China. So is China going to come in here, and is China going to be the next US in Afghanistan? Because Afghanistan, whatever it might be, it's got its own thing, and the Chinese, as it is, they are totally, they're totally suppressing the Muslim population in their Muslim areas, in their Muslim dominated areas. They are basically creating chaos in Balochistan for their Silk Road or whatever you call it. So how is that going to gel with the Taliban, who are basically, what is Sharia law means? The
Personal law.
No, it's a Muslim, means basically it's Muslim first, right? So how is the Taliban going to gel along with this confusion with China? Basically is doing basically with what it wants with the Muslim
As
people
far
in
as
that
China is concerned,
Will it-
in their own country also, they are not much this about, they are concerned with their interest, not about their religion. In fact, if you see in their own governance also, religion is the last thing that they are concerned with. And in fact, respect to other religion is something unheard of as far as their
Okay.
kind of governance is concerned. So as far as Afghanistan is concerned, for China it's an opportunity. They are not concerned with your human rights violation. They are concerned with only an opportunity. They look at Afghanistan as an opportunity.
And they're using Pakistan
There is, and Pakistan is their a tool to approach Afghanistan, whether geographical reason and political reason. That's the facilities.
And they're using
so
money.
that they have some presence, base, so that resources in Afghanistan can be used to their benefit, whether it is Silk Road, whether it is other thing, or whatever oil prospects that they have. So for China, it's an opportunity. It's not something that China is coming to contribute towards.
Okay.
As far as
Absolutely.
China,
Yeah, Majeed. Yes.
Okay, yeah. About Taliban, I want to say this, as Sir mentioned, Taliban came by force, and there was a deal, some states, some provinces to Taliban come easily and enter to Kabul and capital. So at all, they took all Afghanistan by force, and this shows me, and when you see on the news the people how they want to get out from Afghanistan, they shows that majority of people they are not with Taliban. Still have they have fear from
Reservation,
Taliban.
they're scared, yes.
Yeah. So there is a doubt. I think in my mind there is a doubt for people and for me also. The people says which Taliban is getting command and Taliban support by Pakistan. And it's by somehow it's true also. So but Taliban is refused this. Taliban refused this. They say we don't have any relationship with Pakistan, and we are people of Afghanistan. We raised against the government because the government was corrupt, and it's clearly for everyone that our government was corrupt. They did nothing for people. They did nothing for people. They put the seed of violence and fortune in Afghanistan, and this is I can say Taliban, because of that, this doubt is still in every mind of people. So if Taliban is with Pakistan, supported by Pakistan, there is no Afghan want to have an external hand in their country.
No, nobody wants. Why
Yeah.
only Afghanistan? No, nobody wants.
Nobody
But
wants.
I don't know. As Hamid was saying, the Taliban, part of the Taliban is also from Pakistan. A lot of the people from the Taliban also are from Pakistan. So obviously there is going to be some.
There is a
Pakistan is not
relationship
going to
is
let
there,
it
yeah.
go so easily.
Their relationship is there, but I can say Pakistan, they just get their opportunity and they just get their benefit. They helping, maybe they helping because if war is going on in Afghanistan, they might be get benefit because
they don't want the country to be peaceful.
yeah,
also.
they don't want the country peace. That's why no one likes to external hand from Pakistan, because all people knows they don't want peace in Afghanistan. They just want to make trouble in Afghanistan and get benefit. And that's it.
Yeah, okay. Hamid, any last words?
My last word is this, just for the world nation to help Afghanistan and to put sanction on Pakistan to don't interfere in the internal law of Afghanistan, situation of Afghanistan. Let the people of Afghanistan decide what they want, how they live in their soul. But also, yesterday the spokesperson of Taliban assured the world that no country will use the soil of Afghanistan against any other country. And as Sir said, China is also a part of this situation. China might be try to put some military force in the border of Afghanistan, because Russia is on the other side also.
Yes.
Also thinking about the relationship of Pakistan and China. That's why we can say that Russia is also have some intervention interest, because Afghanistan has border with the Tajikistan, and you know that the Tajikistan is somehow it was
once
upon a time the territory of that
USSR, yes.
Soviet Union,
yes.
and still it is what the Russia wants, they do it, the Tajikistan government. And at the end Pakistan should stop intervening, and I think it is impossible, but it's my request to them that don't interfere in the internal matter of Afghanistan. Just as a neighbor, help them make the economic relationships, as India has some problem with Pakistan, and because of Kashmir, Jammu Kashmir still is going on. Like that our border is. They are saying that the Duran border is the national border, but still they are progressing. They are taking more land day by day, and they are attacking on the border posts of the police. I know all the countries of the world, they know the situation of Afghanistan, and they know the history of Afghanistan, and this is the country that occupied by no one. If somebody is come before Russia, they just they win, they run away, and they came for their benefits. Afghanistan is full of infrastructure and mines. Till now, it is not extracted. Everyone, gold mine is there, copper mine is there, gas is there.
Last year, elements, lots of things are there.
Yeah, last year they did some geographical test from their satellite. They found many gases, which more than $5 trillion. And what is the situation is now, which the Pakistan and other countries take benefit from that. They are taking the value of Afghanistan, which is belong to the people of Afghanistan.
Absolutely.
Illegally.
Yes,
Like Pakistan
yes,
is
absolutely.
taking the precious stones in this.
Yes.
And 2 decades ago, when Taliban came, they took whatever army Soviet Russia left, they took it to the Pakistan and just use it for themselves. And at the end, I just want from the world nation to help Afghanistan, and with the cooperate of the neighbor country of Afghanistan, and also I am I'm not supporting the Taliban, whatever they did to the people, and also between the war, if there one side is enemy and you're fighting with him, at the middle, between the other people will endure. Without that, no war will progress. You know that.
Absolutely.
That if there is some war, no, so we cannot achieve victory in that war without giving casualties in war.
Absolutely. Thanks, Hamid. Doctor, you have 1 minute to finish.
Unfortunately, the choice between the Afghanistan people were not between a good and evil. It was bad and perhaps equally
Worse.
It was probably bad and little more bad.
Absolutely.
So unfortunately, see, in an ideal situation, if the governance was good, it was delivering, people had faith in the government, they would have
Nothing would
repented Taliban having come to by force, and they would have really felt cheated, they would have felt disgust. But unfortunately, the present incumbent government was so bad that even an aggression of a Taliban is not received with the kind of contempt that would have been expected. Now, this is one thing that that is starkly seen in many media reports and whatever videos have been
And what we have seen from the Afghan actual people, yes.
Actual this.
Yes.
So therefore, yes, to sum up, it's a very sorry situation, but hope is something that we live in. The statement from the Taliban, of course, I do not know. Again, I say I do not know whether it will.
Okay, but let's take it at face value.
But
let's take it at face
But to
value.
begin with, at least since they are saying that we will ensure rights to women, we will not stop anybody from going to the school, and some right of dissent. They said that yes, press will have a right to criticize us. That these are 3 takeaways that I would like to take, and with some kind of hope and positivity among the continuous mess that I have been witnessing for last.
Yes, thanks, Doctor. Thanks, guys. Now, one thing I would like to say, see, I cannot sitting in Goa, which is, I mean, I think it's a different universe compared to Afghanistan, Goa. So what I'm saying is that, see, rule of law is important, which they never had for the past 20 years with this government. Women's rights, children's education, all that. Hopefully, the Afghani people can get this along with rule of law. Now, right to dissent, media, hopefully it will come with time as the Taliban or whoever the new rulers are of Afghanistan mature, and pressure from outside, inside. People get more prosperous, more money, and then they tend to become more evolved, more educated. A lot of people from Afghanistan are out of Afghanistan. They are educated, they start getting influence outside. Hopefully things will, but at least rule of law and some sort of a level playing field for people, women, taking care of women's rights, women's education, general people. Hopefully, I am thankful to Hamid, Majeed, and Dr. for coming for the discussion.
Thank you.
And we assure you that whatever way we can help, we are always there with you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
And keep watching Goa 365.